So today we have restarted Indic Talks for the third time. Like it's mentioned in the post, and we are sure we'll be third time lucky. Though we should not be using absolutes, particularly in front of Shivani still. And each time when we started, it gave us a new start, actually. The first time we started Indic Talks, we were fortunate to have 36 people graduating with principles, Patanjali Yoga Sutras and Bhagavad Gita principles, and how they can blend it with their yoga course and have good conversations. So we have Vijay Lakshmi Babu who did that program. Second time we started Indic Talks, and April gave a talk on leadership lessons from Ramayana. Our cohort on Indic wisdom fused coaching competencies started. So every step we take helped us to have a broader reach. And now the vision of having Indic Talks like TED Talks is pretty strong. So what we would be doing, like people who are doing innovative fusion of modern and ancient, we would invite them like Ruchika is the guest of honor today. First, we will have a session like this. Then later, she would be doing exactly a 20-minute kind of a TED talk in Indic Talks kind, so that people can only focus on that. Later, it will be followed with conversation. But this is going to be an interactive session. So we may meet the presenter twice in this platform. One is like they are presenting what they are offering, and it is also a great opportunity to make such people known to wider audience. So we can, as I see Sunil, he is doing wonders with poetry and coaching. He's doing, I think he is one of the world record holders. Every time I see Indian International Coaching Week, he will have more. This time he has 21 sessions, if I'm right. Correct, Sunil? So people like them are there. And we have people like Shanti. Before me getting qualified into ACC, she figured out a way along with fellow people at ICF Bangalore to give a talk for Global Festival. So we have a lot of people who are ready to take this message to a larger audience, right? Why we are saying that is, feel free to message me, Rashi or Anaka here, and we'll be very happy to have your sessions because we need to do this together. Remember, it is Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. Nobody wants World Wide Web. That is the way we should be proceeding ahead. Anyone with a thought which can improve themselves, others, it should be brought up. That's it. There's no other agenda there. So on that note, I am handing over to Ruchika.
Thank you so much, Krishna. And a quick introduction about me. I'm a student of life, and how this whole interesting amalgamation of tarot and Gita tarot and coaching happened was 2 years back. I have been practicing tarot for 15 years now, and I have been doing coaching for 3 years now. So, in the pursuit of supporting my clients, I thought to mix this modality, coaching with the ancient wisdom and tarot, which is not an Indian thing, but still use Bhagavad Gita and the non-Indian thing, tarot over here. So that's a bit about me. And with your permission, I would like to share the screen. So I've already given a bit of background. I help people or individual navigate through their personal and professional journeys. And interestingly, a lot of people say, what is tarot or what is coaching? How do you mix the Bhagavad Gita in the coaching element? So a couple of people experienced this, but I thought to share the experience so that you know how it is to experience this. But before we begin the magic over here, today is 11th May, and I thought to have a mini trivia. But before we go and address or share our learnings, can we ground our energies and set the group intention? Can I request you all to close your eyes and, with your permission, just ground the energies? Is it okay if we follow 2-3 minutes of mindfulness? Great. So just close your eyes and sit comfortably in the upright position with your spine straight. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just witness any thoughts that come up and let them pass at its own pace. Silently repeat to yourself, I am an observer and not a doer. Just notice any sensation in the body. Couple of more deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just be here in this moment. The next 60 minutes are for you. What one thing or intention you would like to have in the session for the group? Let that come up. We'll have one final inhale. Pause for a moment and exhale slowly through your mouth. Now gently rub your palms. Place them on the eyelids. Feel the warmth, and whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes. So, with that thought, thank you so much for being here in the moment. And with the intention that you have set in for the group, you could put it in the chat or share along with this verses of chapter 11, which I'll say in English. The yogis, while giving up attachment, perform actions with their body, senses, mind, and intellect only for the purpose of self purification. So, based on wherever you are in your life journey, how is it sitting with you and what intention comes up before we actually experience the magic of Bhagavad Gita, of the Bhagavad Gita in coaching? Anybody would like to volunteer and share?
Ruchika, can you repeat the exact prompt once again, please?
Exact, sorry, the verses in English.
Sorry, the exact prompt.
Okay. So the verses is from chapter 11 verses 11. It says the yogis, while giving up attachment, perform actions with their body, mind, and senses and intellect only for purpose of self-purification. So wherever you are in your life journey at the moment, how is this sitting with you and what intention also came up? Anybody who would like to volunteer, share share your experience or whatever comes up.
I can start. The term Gita Tarot itself got my attention when Krishna posted it on LinkedIn. I quickly registered, okay, what is this? Today, as you recite this verse and what it means is I'm here to learn. That's the only intention I have for right now.
Okay. And Vivek, you also raised your hand. What would you like to share?
I think so. This is a very high aspiration. It's an aspiration that I have, but I also realize I have a long way to go. I feel where I am right now in my journey, I think my focus is on really doubling down on the non-attachment, which is how it's possible to care very deeply for someone, something, etc., put in earnest effort, and yet do it with complete non-attachment. That is kind of that's what's most present to me as I think about what I'm trying to work on in myself right now.
Okay, thank you so much, Vivek. Anybody else? Harish, Shivani. I mean, let's make it interactive because we all are learning with each other. Coaching is also about learning from each other. So,
Yeah, Ruchika, nice to meet you, first of all. Happy to see everyone. And I think my intention with the group is maybe all learn something together and have a beautiful time. That's about it for the group.
Thank you. Krishna, would you like to share your insights from this verses?
You're giving me a written test or oral test. I can only share a small practice what we can do. Each of them present here, they will interpret it their own way. So should I just do that short practice? Yeah, before that, Preeti raised her hand. She can.
Sure. So I think my reflection after seeing this, I'm currently in the process of non-attaching myself to the sense of taste because I'm in a very severe detox program. So I'm realizing a lot of attachment actually when once I am in the exploration of detachment. So it's been a very interesting journey for me. So that's what's coming up in my life right now, this stage.
Thank you so much, Preeti.
Hi. Uh, Actually, we were in the previous session with Krishna and talked about this Vairagya and Viveka. Probably seems this is also a reflection of the same, both the things. Vairagya, wherein I'm just witnessing likes or dislikes at the equidistant. And Viveka, so I'm also able to discriminate between real and unreal. So my attachment with what I want to be real is not defining. So that was more in a coaching context, though, that I'm able to discriminate between what is fact and what is an assumption that's coming up. And I'm not attached with my preconceived notions or any preconditioning. I'm in that present moment, completely present, grounded, in that moment with my senses, with my mind and intellect, so that the person in front of me, whatever that person is saying, I'm not liking or disliking it. I'm just equidistant from it, as well as my viveka, that I'm able to discriminate a fact and an assumption, just cognitively, as it says, intellectually.
Thank you so much, Kaval. Yeah. Krishna, you wanted to share one practice with everybody. Would you want to go ahead? Oh, I think you are on mute.
Anyone else would like to share your reflection? Or in deep contemplation? It's easy then now. So let's do a short practice. Preferably sit straight with relaxed shoulders. Allow the palms to face the roof, or you could adopt a mudra of your choice. Draw the elbows closer to the body. Just going to state a fact which Sri Krishna has mentioned in the Gita. let's maintain awareness at the center of the chest. We don't need to look in that direction. You can just feel it. If you want, you can touch with your hands the center of chest once and let your awareness be there. I'd like to remind you that that is the sacred cave which is available to each of us, where we can retreat whenever we wish to have a meeting with ourselves. And it is the location from which it appears to connect with the divine is the easiest. So you could invite the divine with form or without form to be seated with you in this sacred cave right now. And let's just be seated there with a smile on our face. Remember, we are just sitting with the divine at this sacred cave. And there will come a time when there will be one person who is seated there, and that would be us. We would have internalized divinity. The more we internalized just being with ourselves, nothing to prove to us or to anyone, nothing to speak. We are spellbound as if we are witnessing a beautiful sunrise, which can be enjoyed and experienced without words. And we are completely comfortable and content with who we are. Gradually allow yourself to discriminate that you are a human being. Gender is just an excuse to discharge the karma. Deep within, we are just a being. The age, the country, our qualifications, the wealth, the poverty, any of these that define us actually limit us. So may we all try to take 2 to 6 minutes a day and just be seated all by ourselves at this sacred cave, content to be who we are. With your palms, generate some heat. Apply the warmth to your eyelids. A few blinks, look into the palms. Then feel free to look elsewhere. This is a small process which came out of this reflection because the capital self is, is already pure. This self is our personality. And that which is defining this personality is all these quotings we have. I am this, I am that, I can do this, I can't do this, that doing thing. So what we could do is, we know we exist, and we move from that existence to living by first accepting who we are. Then slowly we will understand who we are. Then we will learn how to manage who we are. It's another acronym AUM: accept, understand, and manage. So with that, if reflective practice, I'm handing over back to Ruchika.
Thank you so much, Krishna. Um, I'm at a loss for words right now, purely because right here, right now moment just happened. But given that we have to, the show must go on, as we all say, I'll proceed. But thank you so much for sharing this mini practice with everybody. Uh, I know the topic is quite fascinating, and this is where I would also want to understand one thought that came to your mind when you heard about this session. So it's a live thing, menti.com, or you could scan this QR code and put this code 41454267, and we'll see what comes up. And I will so what sparked your curiosity about this topic? Anything that comes to your mind?
I can go, Ruchika, and I will be very honest. So I had no curiosity at all, and I didn't even know about the session, even though Krishna had posted something earlier. He was posting in many groups that I don't know where, you know. And then he just messaged me. But when he messages me personally, I always reply back. And he said, "Come attend the session." I said, "Okay, you call, I will come." I'm here.
No, but thank you so much for
But now I'm open and curious to whatever you share. So thank you.
thank you so much. So yeah, so I think curiosity is one thing that comes up for most of us, and the fusion, because many times a lot of people ask me that, like, how do you mix both of this? So I thought maybe we'll all will experience and see what comes up. So on that note, I will go back on share the screen again. Just a second. Yes. So we'll begin the magic now. So for this thing, can I request you all to think of any situation right now in your life that you are experiencing, which is pressing or which requires your attention. Pause for a moment, think of any situation right now. And I would really like to have one or two volunteers who can openly share, if at all they are comfortable talking about the pressing situation. So 10 seconds and think of a situation. And if at all you are ready, then I could.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Would anybody like to share? Okay, Priya, yeah, absolutely. Please go ahead and share a reflection, and Vivek, you also, or any situation.
Yeah, for me, it's really my work right now. I'm launching some really big things, and there are always moments of doubt and what the hell am I doing in life right now? So I think that's like the most pressing for me.
Thank you, Vivek. What's coming up for you?
For me, the thing which is very present to me is that this realization that I'm clutching on so tightly to my values that it's actually getting in the way. And I think I want to instead hold them lightly and be more flexible.
Okay. So I'll quickly show what Gita Tarot is all about. So it has some learnings and insight. It comes with the actual Sanskrit shloka and the visual thing. So now one reflection for everybody, and I would really like think of that situation and what comes up. So this is the card that comes up, and I hope it is visible. Is it?
Maybe you can stop
I think if we
sharing.
can stop sharing, the
Background.
presentation comes to.
Okay, I'll blur this, adjust the background, or maybe. I think now. Are you all able to see it?
No, yeah, now it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is it sitting with you all? Think of the situation. What this visual is trying to tell you of Radha Krishna.
Wow.
Everything can be solved with love, maybe. I think.
Okay.
I
Which-
think what is coming up for me is when I was describing the situation I was describing earlier, right? It almost felt earlier as this tussle between truth and compassion. And this image is the two of them coming together in a gentle dance.
For me, what came up was that I'm divinely supported.
Okay. Thank you. Was that Priya? Um, or somebody else who shared this?
Yeah, that
Okay.
Priya.
Okay. Priya, how is this message sitting with you when you said that you are trying something and a lot of self-doubt comes up? So your own interpretation, how is it sitting with you?
Yeah, so that's what I felt like I'm divinely supported. So there is no reason for me to doubt, or there is no reason for me to hold myself back. And also, I think it connected very beautifully with the exercise that Krishna was doing earlier, also, which is like if you are one with divinity, only divinity can flow through you. So there is really nothing that you should be doubting. So that kind of also resonated when you put the image up.
Got it. Anybody else would like to share their reflection through?
Hi,
Yeah, hi.
I'm Vijayalakshmi here. So, what I would like to say is more than reflection. I'm just returning from ISKCON Hare Krishna Mandir right now. It is Narasimha Jayanti, and we have spontaneously decided to go there. And as I come back on video, I see this. So, I think there are no more words to say.
Thank you so much, Vijayalakshmi. Harish, I know you were not, you didn't know what the session is all about, but curiosity came up. So anything you would want to share?
Yeah, it was fascinating. So I don't have any pressing issue or something, but I have a meeting tomorrow with a guy, which is I feel like I'm going to work with this guy for the next 3 months. Right, it's my first meeting with him, and I've been waiting for this kind of person for a long time. And so I hope when you presented the tarot card, that it felt like I hope it is like Krishna and Radha. If that is the kind of union, then it will be fantastic. But I have a feeling it will be.
Thank you so much, and all the best
Thank
uh, for your 3 months intervention with the person. Krishna, what did it speak to you before I share how it spoke to me? What
Um,
details, yeah.
I'm actually neutral. I'm trying to be a witness as much as possible, observing and absorbing what people are saying. And so that reflection, what I was having in mind is when you do something with true love, it has no option but to manifest. That's the thought which came.
Thank you so much. So it is from chapter 7 and verses number 9. And obviously, I can't speak Sanskrit, but I'll share what it says. After several cycles of birth and death, only he who gains true knowledge surrenders to me. Realizing that I am the cause of all the causes, such a great soul is rare to find. So now, if we go back to everybody's reflection, I think Priya said that you are divinely supported, and Harish mentioned about uh, the union or that sort of connection happens, and even Vivek shared one reflection. So now, how is this sitting with you all on in the current life stage? To me, I would say that uh, I think most of the time we try to control the outcomes and we try to see how things should be because we believe in the doer sort of element. But to me, it also speaks of thing when we surrender, when we put the right intention and the action to match that, and we surrender. So this is where probably the divine and you come together to make things happen. This is what it spoke to me, but I would love to know how it spoke to you. Anybody now would like to share?
Hi everyone, Sudiksha here. I understood from once you explained from Gita, I took the word surrenderance or whatever situation I was thinking. I think I need to surrender to the Almighty.
Thank you so much, Sudiksha. Rashi, Anaka, anybody would like to share? Rajesh?
So for me, like when I was showing the image that the rare soul, and I was thinking about embodiment, and then that's what is there in my mind. And when you read out, it's talk about, you know, so many lifetimes and you surrender. And so that's kind of something connects deep. Probably I can't explain in words. Yeah, that's what I'm reflecting now.
Thank you so much. And I mean, that was just a food for thought on reflecting about the current situation, whatever is pressing in our life for everybody. Now we'll go to the reimagine part. I mean, if we are experiencing this situation right now, can we see it from a different lens? Maybe what could this look like if I shifted the lens? So now for that, I will show another uh, card and see what comes up for everybody on the lines of reimagining. If you see the situation from a different lens, what could this be about? And the card says protection.
Yeah, I have to share this. The situation that came to my mind was my husband is in a tough situation with the apartment MC, and the previous image for me meant I need to stand by him, just be there. And the word protection, and the I was still figuring out what that image is when you said the word protection. To me, it means things will fall in place. We will stay protected. That is what it stands for me.
Thank you, Vivek. I think you raised your hand. What would you like to
Yeah.
share?
What spoke to me was more the word than the image. And I think what specifically came up was sometimes what I perceive as, say, aggression or judgment or projection in someone else. If I instead see it from a different perspective, is it just something or someone that they're trying to protect? And this is essentially their way to protect something which they fear is at risk, which completely changes the emotional space I'm in while reacting to it from one kind of judgment and maybe even anger to perhaps understanding and compassion.
Oh, resonates a lot because I think uh, deep down we know that we are our family and we are protected by the divine force. But when we actually start to experience this or have that awareness, that's when we change the gears. I think Priya also raised her hand. Priya, anything came up for you?
A lot of things actually, but very quickly. I think both the image and the word. So the work that I'm doing right now is I'm being audacious and trying to build a movement. So when I saw a lot of those people there, and I saw that, I felt like it was going to come true. Like my movement is going to happen. And, I see millions of people going through it, etc. So that was one thing that came. The word protection actually gave me wings. It was like, an affirmation that said, okay, go do it. Like I said previously also, it was just like, Bhagwan has my back. So that's what came up.
Thank you so much. Anybody else? I think alongside Priya, somebody also raised the hand. I couldn't see who, but would you all like anybody else share the reflection? Or how did this card speak to you in your situation? If you reimagine.
So, Ruchika, Rajesh here. So, while I spoke about it with the previous card, embodiment truth, when I reflected really the current my life journey, yes, surrendering made me progress. But whatever the things that happen, I always felt it's a redirection, it's not a rejection. And this kind of assures me you're always protected. And I think that's what the reflection from this card.
Thank you so much. And the card also says, with everybody's permission, uh, that those who concentrate on worshipping me attentively with focused mind, I give them what they need and I protect what they have. So now, Rajesh, since you and I are in the spotlight zone, like hot seat zone, how is this card speaking to you, or what is the message speaking to you now? Surrendering and
So it's about just surrender. Things happens and it shows up for you. Whatever your purpose, it shows up and you are in the right direction. I think that's what it talks from my heart.
no, thank you so much for sharing. And um, I think I'll pick this cue from you when you said that surrender and the purpose surfaces. Uh, and I was sharing this with Krishna and Rashi a few days back when they also asked me that how did you end up doing both the things together, right? I mean, tarot, wherein you give prediction, and coaching, you don't say anything. And interestingly, when you are so passionate about something wherein you want to see shift in life and you want to change gear, you try everything to make it see light of the day. And in the coaching journey, when I was trying to complete the hours few years back, I was like, what more can I do to reach the real people, not just the peer coaching, to experience the real thing? And this is where it got me thinking, since I do tarot, can I shift the gears within me? Can I just surrender and see how it goes? And beautiful amalgamation. I'm not saying that I'm here, but at least I'm seeing the shifts within. So thank you so much for bringing that experience and that moment again, Rajesh. So yeah, thank you. Anybody
Thank
else
you.
would like to share from this? Those who concentrate on worshipping me attentively with focused mind, I give them what they need and I protect what they have. I think it speaks for Priya also, I think, what she's trying to do. So, and oh, Harish, yes. Hi, Harish, yes.
Harish, you unmuted, so I thought I'll add you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. No, I just wanted to share surrendering to the process. In fact, the person, I always say this myself, but the person also said the same thing, surrender to the process. I said, fantastic, right? But also, I'll share a trivia fact with you today. Today is May 11th. It happens to be the birthday of somebody called J. Krishnamurti. I don't know if you've heard of him. But maybe the reason I'm sitting here today, reason I'm even doing this work or whatever is all because of him. 20 years back,
Yeah.
he was born 130 years back, as close to Krishna as I've ever seen anyone in my life. And so he's really touched my life in ways that I can't describe. And so in some ways, I always feel protected. I feel, as long as I do the right thing, as long as I surrender, whatever will happen, will happen. And but it's a beautiful, the word protection is, I always feel, as long as I'm on the side of Dharma, Dharma will take care of me. I'm not bothered.
Well, thank you so much, Harish. Anybody else would like to share? Priya, yes, yes, please.
I just wanted to close the thread for me. What came up for me was the statements which said, I will give you what you need and protect what you have, which is like you have nothing to lose in this. There's nothing to be lost. So that was like, again, very, very powerful for me.
Thank you so much. And the last thing for everybody to ponder over is we have reflected on the situation. We have also tried to see the things from a different lens by reimagining. Now it's time to take one action or one step that can help us in the situation. So two cards came up. So okay, I'll sort of okay.
You need to remove the blur.
Yes. So two cards came up. One is misidentifying God, which is Ganubhai. I call him Ganubhai Lord Ganesha. And the other one is little offering to the God. Now it is one step or one action that you would like to take now, uh, or whatever you are pursuing or whatever it is trying to tell you. What is coming up? So this is one card, and this is the other card. And the prompt is what one small action can I take from here?
When you keep showing the cards for some time.
I will. So I will show.
Slightly hold above the words, we can below the words. Yeah.
So anything that comes up.
For me, the action is because when I saw Ganesha, it was like a very clear sign for me that the obstacles are going to be removed. So for me, the action is to go ahead and launch my program that I'm planning to launch. So that's my action.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I for the misidentifying of God, the first card, I don't have much clarity, but for the second one, I feel like maybe I have to be a little more, closer to the divine energy or power, so that everything is getting connected right now. Like I didn't have a clarity in the first end, but everything is protected and the divine power has my back. So whatever I do, whatever I intend to do, it'll be sorted and I'll get a clarity as I move forward. So I am getting a thing like I have to get more closer to the divine power.
Thank you so much, Anaka.
May I share?
Yes, absolutely.
Uh, Actually, there's a person, I think Priya shared about, I picked up the word movement. I tried to create a movement earlier, few years back, and again trying to do that. And when these two cards speak to me, is for me, I'm not very well read in terms of Indic wisdom, though. Whenever Ganesha picture comes up, it is about get started. Get started with the something really good in the mind. Just get started. That's something shubh. Get started. And the picture is uh, the angels would be there, and the god would be the sarthi. So one just needs to get started, and will get the direction on the way.
Thank you so much. This, I think every time I see Ganu Bhai, Ganeshi, to me it also speaks that we are not devoid of any hurdles in life, right? So you just keep working on it, and he'll give the strength to address those obstacles. Yes, Shanti, I think this would have spoken so would have spoken. Yes, please.
Definitely, Naharta Ganesha, I'm sure he's there to protect. The second one, little offering. So it's like a tussle with God every morning prayer. I'll say, you do this, then I will make this offering. I think I'm going to change that. I'm going to make this offering and let be.
I think somewhere, I mean, interestingly, I would tell this to people that we most of the interactions that we do with the divine power is the transaction, right? I'll do this for you, you do this for me. Instead of just having a conversation that it's happening. What is it that I can do? I'm just surrendering to you. And many a times my mother would also would find it funny that you talk to Ganu Bhai as if that he's like a family member. I was like, we all are his children, right? Some divine power is within us, and it's the conversation that I'm having. So the moment I personally try to remove the transactional conversation that I'm doing this for you, you do this for me. So that is where the change happens. But thank you so much, and all the best. I mean, I know so much. Um, you and your husband are experiencing at the moment, but thank you so much. Anybody else would like to share something before I share the interpretations?
I just chanced upon a thought. This when we reflect and when we reimagine as it is without any bias, the obstacles reveal themselves before us because the imagery of Ganapati is Vigna Karta and Vigna Harta. So unless we reflect and reimagine or rephrase whatever, we would never see the obstacles. And that which we think is very close and helping us is the one which may be stopping us. So this misidentifying God, I'm also taking it that way. Then one more story came up from the Upanishads when you said make a small offering. When there was a alphabet akshara, the heard in the cosmos, the Manushya's heard datta, that divine is asking us to do datta or dana. So without giving, there is no moving forward. So that giving back, if we could try to inbuild into whatever we are trying to do without any agenda, as your communication with Ganesh ji you mentioned just now, it's an agenda-free giving back. So when we do that, maybe whatever we started off will find its own way. That's the thought. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Krishna. And for the misidentifying God, I'll share what it is showing up. It is only fools who ridicule me when they see my human form, unaware that I'm the supreme lord of everything. So that came up in the message. And for the other one, little offerings. I accept all that is offered to me with love and devotion, be it a leaf, flower, a fruit, or little flower, or little water. So this is what came up now, with reflecting, reimagining, and recreating uh, how the overall narrative is sitting with you all. eh, If you put the all the pieces together, would anybody like to share?
I want to share. From all the cards, I just felt that if you have the right intentions, if you have love in your heart, if you have purity in your actions, and whatever you do it with all the love you can, all the obstacles will go away. And you don't have to think about if you will get what you want. You have to just trust the God, surrender to him or her, and then you will get better than that. Maybe you wanted something, but what God will give you something better if you just surrender.
Thank you so much, Rashi. Anybody else would like to share their full narrative through these cards? Given whatever situation you are in life right now. Okay, if I let you all absorb the messages, but on that note, um, I would leave one message for you all, which I picked up from my Gita, written by Devdutt Patnaik. With infinite myth lies the eternal truth. Who sees it all? Varuna has but 1,000 eyes. Indra has 100. You and I only two. I think this was a mini pursuit for me to share that we all can have different perspectives, and there is no nothing on the lines of my truth or your truth. It is how we see things, and this is where I thought this made a lot of sense. So that was the message I wanted to park you all with. Uh, any questions? Any questions, or anybody would like to share how their experience was? Harish, I would love to know from you, given you came up with very, very curious minor override. So yeah, I would want to know from you as well.
Same here. I mean, I'm very grateful, first of all. I mean, thank you. If anybody does something with love, I'm always overjoyed. So you just continue doing from your heart, whatever you do, each one of you, and then we create a very beautiful society, beautiful world. What can I say? So thank you so much. It was very interesting, and I think all the messages, like I think Rashi summed it up so beautifully, right? All we can do is just show up, put in love, right, and then surrender to the process, and then whatever happens, happens, and then we will all be taken care of. There is enough goodwill. We'll all be protected, and like Krishna always says, "Vasudhaiva Kutumbam." And I mean it from my heart. If anybody reaches out to me, I will always respond with a lot of love. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And anybody else would like to share how it was for you before we turn on the videos and click a nice picture, everybody of a group? Okay. Hi, Sunil. Hi, hey, Sunil. Yes.
Yes. So I was actually looking at it from a very hardcore coaching point of view, right? So, um, because I do work with poetry, I do work with creativity, and the cards were a very interesting aspect of it. So I've tried working with the cards without possibly a meaning that I usually attach with it. But this is also interesting in terms of how it, the contracting, the uh, re-shifting or a re aspect of looking at it, and the action items. So it typically follows the same coaching approach. So I was like, oh, that's a very interesting aspect of doing it. So it's triggered a thought in my head, especially in terms of I've been wanting to do these cards for quite some time for myself and possibly using it in a session. So it's re-triggered that thought and rekindled that space. Thanks to Krishna and thanks to you and all of you here. Lovely reflections. Yeah, so let's see where this goes. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy to support you. I mean, since it triggered something for you, I'm sure there is a seed has been planted. So happy to have a chat and support you. But
Absolutely.
thank you so much. Krishna or Kaval, anybody else before we click a picture?
So actually, Harish said it. Even I didn't know what this is about. In fact, I was looking into the Krishna's message without the specs. I thought this person's name is Gita Tarot. So actually, after joining the session only, I expanded it and got to know your name is Ruchika B and talking something about Gita and tarot and coaching. Yeah, and though it was an eye opener, it was new things I got to know.
Thank you so
Thank you.
I wish I could change my name. My mom took the liberty to change my name when I was in 10th class. I don't think so. I have another element in me to change my name again. But yeah, I think we all are identityless. The names are just the tags. So yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. Anybody else? And can I request you all to just turn on the video for a moment before we click a picture as well? And okay. Rashi, would you want to click a picture or should I click the picture? How do we go about it?
I'll click, fine.
And
Thank
don't
you so
go
much.
away. They don't go away. There is something more.
Yes, we are not closing. Yes.
Shivani, Narendra, Raju, Sudiksha.
Okay.
Okay. Should I click?
Yeah.
Say cheese. Done, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks. Over to you, Krishna.
Yeah.
Anji.
Today, there are three important events. And the first thing is the Narsimha Jayanti today. Here is where uh, um, the idea that how much ever smart we are, we will be outsmarted by the divine. That thought came when the story was shared when I was a child. The demon in case asks a boon, carefully calculating the ways in which generally death used to happen before. And that was nullified. So whether it is a coaching, leadership, or any conversation we have, it's okay even to appear dumb. We don't need to assess that we are pretty smart. When the moment you say I am smart, then it will say smarter than whom. It's a problem, right? So it is okay to be normal, and the solution or the divine will come from anywhere. That is how he came from a pillar, right? When it was broken, he came up. And the solution can happen anytime. The breakthrough happened at the entrance of the palace, not inside or not outside. So life is fully about unexpected things. The matrix of solutions is way beyond our limited intellect. So that is the one of the reasons why we can do Narsimha Jayanti. And on that, I request each of you, whoever is interested, to participate in protecting the people who are protecting us, who are the armed forces, by everyday evening. It is the sunset time. This event happened some thousands of years before, right? In the sunset time, if we could take 2 to 6 minutes every day and just be there, heart and soul, and whatever we do in that time, maybe we can do pranayama, we can do chanting, we can do anything. During that Sandhya means it's a meeting time, and offer it to Mother Bharata. I was telling Vande Bharat. So that is one thing we can do because that protective energy of the divine is available in full bloom in that time. So that is the first thing today. The second is also the Divine Mother we are always seeing her in a pleasant disposition, like Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, and all that. The toughest one we have seen is Durga, Kali, but today is Chinnamasta. Chinnamasta is the sixth of the Dasa Mahavidya. Mahavidya means the great knowledge or the great learning. The Divine Mother expresses herself in 10 different ways, but not limited to 10 ways. Because in Sahasranama, thousands of ways are there. Because we are all used to numbers and our mind cannot handle infinite, 10 different paths have been given by our ancestors to approach the divine, depending on our need and propensity. So today is Chinnamasta. She is the sixth of the 10 Mahavidyas. She is shown that she is cutting her own head with the spear which is with her. So that limited personality is the one which is hindering our way to discover the ultimate personality. So what are the little things for which we fret over may not be worth enough. So we need to think of all those things which are not allowing us to calibrate our ego. Ego is essential because it is a self-arrogating principle. At the same time, they say it should not get into the head. So what is that one thing which we feel, which is preventing us to tap our own full potential? We can reflect on that, and the surrender is what we were all talking about. And we all, whoever has attended today, definitely will have some reflection happening because in short while, the Buddha Purnima is starting. So it's a realization time. And realization always is here and now. It's not a post-retirement plan. So when we could be happy to be not so smart, but doing the best, we can invoke the grace of Narasimha. And when we are happy to take that one step to discover who we are, which is preventing us to discover, and we all know the answers, we could invoke the blessings of Mother Chinnamasta. And the Buddha Purnima is a silent realization time. And we didn't plan this on this day. Originally, it was May 13th. And Ruchika was having some very important engagement that came up in the last minute. And we also were having in our cohort the evoking awareness thoughts today, the coaching competencies. And it just beautifully fell. Later, we realized today is also Narsimha Jayanti, Chinnamasta, and this Buddha Purnima is all coinciding. So we thought in the session, I was telling them there's nothing called coincidence. We keep doing what we can do our best. Happy to be not knowing what's going to happen next because surrender is the only way to go ahead. So on that note, thanks to each of you for investing your precious Sunday evening with all of us here. Looking forward to meeting you soon, most probably with a session from Shivani Mansingh, who is present here. Thanks to each of you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.